Now, it was no Vespa, but I owned a moped back in the day. I was pretty cool. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and of course, ridiculousness. And we're jumping over the Disney Pixar catalog, a movie that's coming to Disney Plus exclusively. Very soon, I was able to see it a little bit earlier. Shout out to you, Disney, and it's called Luca. Set in a beautiful seaside town, Luca shares adventures with his newfound best friend, but all of the fun is threatened by a deeply held secret. He is a sea monster. So is this new Italian Riviera movie have gelato and the Mario Brothers? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you're thinking of Luca. Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Do you love Pixar and are just excited to see another Pixar movie? I want to know down there in the comments down below. Now, let's get into some of the good. I mean, right off the bat, okay, Pixar, you know, I'm looking forward to their movies. They're always knocking it out of the park and whatnot. And this movie, Luca, right off the bat, I just gotta talk about the animation because, I mean, Pixar is always knocking it out of the park, especially with Soul last year. This one looks crisp and clean, but it almost has this different style a little bit. The characters and whatnot almost feel a little bit like claymation, stop motion every now and then through kind of the actions and the motions. So I loved kind of that little bit twist, a little bit something unique, something that I haven't seen done from Pixar before, but also with a lot of it taking place in water. The way that just kind of the scales or the little bit of the seaweed is flowing through the water, I was blown away. Like, that was one thing that I rewound it a little bit. I'm gonna show my cards here. And I was like, holy crap, that looks amazing. So Pixar, and this was on my TV, so I don't even know, like, if you were able to see this on a big screen, how this would look. But my lord, is the animation here absolutely out of this world, and it's also vibrant. Like, this is a very colorful, again, Riviera Italian, you know, red Vespas driving down the street, kind of coloring along with the different sea monsters and whatnot in the water and other things. So, like, this is a very wonderfully looking, is that a word? Gorgeous looking animation along with colorful, vibrant palette. But this then reels me back in, a lot of fish puns in here, into the story. And on the surface level, it is your typical fish out of water, literally fish out of water type story. And I thought that that was fine. That was okay. I know what we're getting into, but when you start going deeper into this story of not only a surface level fish out of water, but kind of what it means for this teen, essentially, of going off against his family, going against their wishes, and kind of finding out, oh, this is a different aspect of life. This is what I like. I like learning, and I like that the world is so big and whatnot. But then you dive even deeper, and there's different things about, hey, you don't have to worry or hide things from your family or be ashamed of where you came from. You know, there's going to be people out there that are accepting of different cultures or people, in this case, sea monsters versus humans and whatnot. So that surface level story up top didn't entirely get me, but when you start diving deeper into kind of the meaning and the themes there, I was like, man, Pixar, you're doing these kind of analogies or these metaphors without telling us, and I really liked what they were going for here. And the one thing, the cherry on top, or the cherry on the gelato, I don't know if you put cherries on gelato, but the humor in this movie, I had a good time with it. I was surprisingly surprised by the jokes in here because they do kind of take a lot of, you know, Italian influences, a lot of European Riviera, seaside kind of towns and whatnot, and play into the humor. Like, there's a big, long kind of Vespa bit that's going on throughout this, but then there's other kind of one-off jokes and whatnot. Especially there's this one really funny bit with Luca's uncle, who is voiced by a character that you probably will know after they start talking, that I thought was really kind of goofy and a little bit like dark, but I thought the humor appropriately landed in this movie from kind of all of the fun bits. Again, the fish out of water story, there's a lot of humor that's coming along with that, from just them having to adapt to land culture and having to walk and thinking that they are saying certain things that clearly you should not be saying or isn't appropriate for normal day conversation. So this is, if anything, it's a gorgeous movie, but it's a delightfully kind of fun, cheeky time that you're family is going to enjoy. However, getting into some of the cons, or I guess just one big con for me regarding Luca, is just the way that they kind of handled the story. Again, not the surface level content that I kind of mentioned earlier, but the way that they kind of set everything up along with the pacing it felt very rushed in my opinion, where Luca is kind of, oh, I shouldn't go on land, and then literally the next minute he is on land. And I thought that there'd be more of a conflict between the other sea monsters, his family, potentially more of a longer bit with his uncle and whatnot, but it just didn't feel like that conflict was really present or really was affirmative, like, oh yeah, you better not do that, and then there was no really consequences that came from his actions. Again, it might be a nitpick for myself, but I do think that like that was the main thing that was missing from this. And, it's kind of fun, lighthearted, hey, this kid is on land now. It didn't feel like there was really too many stakes, I guess. It didn't feel like this person was really in trouble, in danger, really going against kind of the status quo, which maybe that would have ramped up my kind of emotional attachment to this movie, rather than kind of looking at this as a fun, Pixar romp on, a Vespa on the Italian Riviera. Overall, Luca is nailing that Pixar tone, but very much being more of a kind of lighthearted, fun story. With it again, nailing that animation and vibrant colors, a story that has themes and whatnot, and it very much being fun and lighthearted, but with a few nitpicks of how the story doesn't entirely work that well with the pacing. I'd recommend checking out Luca. I mean, it's animation, it's Pixar, it's Disney. It's going to be one that the whole family is going to enjoy. I just think that this isn't nailing on that top tier Pixar. I mean, it is a fun time. You're going to enjoy it, but I did have, a few nitpicks with it here or there. In closing, I'm going to give Luca 4 out of 5 scoops of gelato. So what did you all think of Luca? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you love anything Pixar puts out and you're watching this day one? I want to know in the comments down below. Please let me know all of your thoughts, and did you enjoy all of those Vespa scooter bits? I want to know. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there, brand new content every single week here on the JBuck Studios channel. Follow my TikTok, JBuck Studios, or JBuck Shorts YouTube channel as well. I'm doing way too much stuff all the time. Like this video, subscribe to the JBuck Studios channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.